Hello, my friends. Today I want to talk with you about something that affects millions of us, yet often goes completely unnoticed. It is called chronic inflammation, and it might be one of the most important health topics you will ever learn about. Now, you might be thinking, inflammation. I know what that is. When I cut my finger, it gets red and swollen. You are absolutely right about that kind of inflammation. But what I want to share with you today is different. This is a type of inflammation that happens quietly inside your body, like a small fire that never quite goes out. Imagine a campfire in the forest. When it is contained and controlled, it provides warmth and light. But when it smolders unattended, it can slowly spread and cause damage you cannot see until it is too late. That is exactly what chronic inflammation does in our bodies. The truth is, if you are living in our modern world today, there is a very good chance you have some level of chronic inflammation happening inside your body right now. You might not feel it. You might not even know it is there. But it could be quietly affecting your energy, your joints, your digestion, and your overall sense of well-being. But here is the wonderful news I want to share with you. You have more power than you might think to control this inflammation. Through simple changes in what you eat and how you live, you can turn down that internal fire and help your body heal itself. The modern world and inflammation. Let me paint a picture for you of why chronic inflammation has become such a common problem in our time. Our grandparents and great-grandparents lived in a very different world. The air was cleaner, the food was simpler, and life moved at a slower pace. Today, we are surrounded by things that can trigger inflammation in our bodies, often without us even realizing it. When you walk outside, you breathe air that contains pollutants from cars and factories. When you drink water from the tap, it may contain chemicals that were not there 50 years ago. Even inside our homes, we are exposed to invisible triggers. Our furniture and carpets can release chemical compounds called volatile organic compounds into the air we breathe. Our shampoos, toothpastes, and food packaging contain tiny plastic particles called microplastics that can enter our bodies. The sun, while giving us essential vitamin D, also sends ultraviolet radiation that can stress our skin cells. Even the ground beneath our feet releases a natural radioactive gas called radon that we cannot see, smell, or taste, but that can affect our bodies over time. Now, I do not want you to feel frightened or overwhelmed by this information. These are simply facts about our modern world. The important thing is understanding that these exposures can contribute to chronic inflammation, and knowing what we can do about it. But you know what I believe is one of the biggest triggers of chronic inflammation in our lives today. It is stress. Not just the physical stress from these environmental factors, but the emotional and mental stress we carry every day. Think about it. We wake up and immediately check our phones. We see news about conflicts around the world, economic worries, and problems in our communities. We worry about our families, our health, our finances. We carry these concerns with us throughout the day, and our bodies respond to this constant stress by creating inflammation. This is not to say we should ignore the world around us or stop caring about important issues. But it does mean we need to be mindful of how much stress we allow into our lives and find healthy ways to manage it. Recognizing the signs. Is your body telling you something? Now that you understand what chronic inflammation is and what causes it, let me help you recognize if it might be affecting you. The signs are often subtle, which is why many people live with chronic inflammation for years without realizing it. The deep fatigue that does not go away. The first sign I want you to be aware of is fatigue. Now, we all get tired from time to time. That is completely normal. But I am talking about a different kind of tired. This is a deep, constant exhaustion that seems to come out of nowhere and does not go away no matter how much you sleep. You might wake up in the morning feeling like you did not rest at all. You might find yourself needing to sit down after simple tasks that used to be easy for you. This is not the kind of tiredness you feel after a busy day of gardening or spending time with the grandchildren. This is a bone-deep weariness that just will not lift. Let me explain why this happens. Inside each of the trillions of cells in your body, there are tiny structures called mitochondria. Think of them as little power plants that create the energy your body needs to function. When I was in medical school, I remembered them by calling them the mighty mitochondria because they are so important to our health. When you have chronic inflammation, it damages these mitochondria. It is like having a car with a weak battery. The engine might still run, but it does not have the power it should. When your mitochondria are compromised by inflammation, they cannot produce the energy you need, and you feel tired all the time. The good news is that certain foods can help protect and even repair your mitochondria. Foods rich in compounds, called polyphenols, like blueberries and blackberries, can help support these cellular power plants. The healthy omega-3 fats found in fish like salmon and mackerel can also reduce the inflammation that damages your mitochondria. Joint pain and stiffness that lingers. The second sign of chronic inflammation is joint pain or stiffness that just will not go away. Now, as we get older, it is normal to have some aches and pains from time to time, but if your joints are constantly uncomfortable, swollen, or painful, inflammation is likely the culprit. Here is something important to understand. When your joints are inflamed, that inflammation does not stay put. It can seep into your bloodstream and spread throughout your body, creating even more inflammation elsewhere. Research from the University of North Carolina has shown us that even in osteoarthritis, which we used to think was just wear and tear on the joints, there is significant inflammation happening where the bones rub together. This inflammation then signals to the rest of your body, creating a cycle of chronic inflammation. The wonderful spice turmeric can be particularly helpful for joint inflammation. Turmeric contains a powerful compound called curcumin that has been studied extensively for its anti-inflammatory effects on joints. You can add turmeric to your cooking, drink it as a tea, or take it as a supplement. Omega-3 fatty acids are also excellent for reducing joint inflammation. You can find these healthy fats in fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines, as well as in walnuts and chia seeds. I recently learned that a wild spring plant called fiddlehead ferns is one of nature's richest sources of omega-3. Second, on the flip side, there are foods that can make joint inflammation worse. Ultra-processed foods, which are foods that have been heavily modified from their natural state, often contain inflammatory ingredients like trans fats, artificial additives, and excessive amounts of sugar. These foods can fuel the fire of inflammation in your joints and throughout your body. Digestive discomfort that affects your daily life. The third sign of chronic inflammation involves your digestive system. Your gut is home to trillions of beneficial bacteria that play a crucial role in your overall health, including controlling inflammation throughout your body. If you frequently experience gas, bloating, abdominal discomfort, or other digestive issues, it could be a sign that inflammation is affecting your gut. This might happen after meals, or sometimes even between meals. The symptoms can be subtle, and many people just accept them as normal, but they are often signs that something is not right. Research from Imperial College in London has shown us that changes in our gut bacteria are directly linked to chronic inflammation throughout the body. When your gut is inflamed, it can contribute to inflammation in your blood vessels, which affects your circulation and heart health. It can also contribute to the development of type 2 diabetes. The health of your gut bacteria is incredibly important for controlling inflammation. When these beneficial bacteria are well fed and thriving, they produce substances called short-chain fatty acids that actually reduce inflammation throughout your body. Healing through food, your anti-inflammatory arsenal. Now, let me share with you the exciting part of this conversation. You have incredible power to reduce inflammation in your body through the foods you choose to eat every day. Food can be your medicine, and the right choices can help turn down that inflammatory fire burning inside you. Foods that feed your healing bacteria. Your gut bacteria are like a garden that needs the right nutrients to flourish. When you feed them well, they reward you by producing compounds that fight inflammation throughout your body. Foods that contain polyphenols are particularly beneficial. These are natural compounds that give many foods their bright colors and powerful health benefits. Berries are some of the best sources of these compounds. Strawberries, raspberries, blackberries, and blueberries are all rich in polyphenols that your gut bacteria love. Leafy green vegetables like spinach, kale, and arugula also provide these beneficial compounds, along with fiber that helps your digestive system function properly. Colorful vegetables like carrots, bell peppers, and beets are also excellent choices. Stone fruits like peaches, plums, and apricots provide both polyphenols and fiber. Even something as simple as an apple or an onion contains quercetin, a powerful anti-inflammatory compound. The fiber in these foods is just as important as the polyphenols. Your gut bacteria use this fiber as food, and when they digest it, they produce those beneficial short-chain fatty acids I mentioned earlier. These compounds then travel throughout your body, reducing inflammation wherever they go. The power of fermented foods. Fermented foods have been used for centuries in cultures around the world to promote health and longevity. These foods contain live beneficial bacteria that can help restore balance to your gut microbiome. Yogurt with live cultures is probably the most familiar fermented food to most people. Look for yogurt that says contains live and active cultures on the label. Greek yogurt is particularly good because it is higher in protein. Kefir is another fermented dairy product that contains even more beneficial bacteria than yogurt. It has a tangy flavor and can be used in smoothies or enjoyed on its own. Sauerkraut and kimchi are fermented vegetables that provide both beneficial bacteria and the fiber and polyphenols that help these bacteria thrive. Even if you have never tried these foods before, I encourage you to give them a chance. Start with small amounts and see how your body responds. Omega-3 fatty acids. Nature's anti-inflammatory medicine. Omega-3 fatty acids are among the most powerful anti-inflammatory nutrients you can consume. These healthy fats work throughout your body to reduce inflammation, support heart health, and even improve brain function. Fatty fish are the best sources of omega-3. Second, salmon, mackerel, sardines, anchovies, and herring are all excellent choices. If you are not used to eating fish, start slowly. Even having fish once or twice a week can make a significant difference in your inflammation levels. For those who prefer plant-based sources, walnuts are rich in omega-3. Second, just a small handful each day can provide meaningful anti-inflammatory benefits. Chia seeds and flax seeds are also good sources, and they can easily be added to yogurt, oatmeal, or smoothies. If you find it difficult to get enough omega-3 second from food alone, a high-quality fish oil supplement can be beneficial. Look for supplements that have been tested for purity and potency. Foods and habits that fan the flames. Just as important as knowing which foods help reduce inflammation is understanding which foods and habits can make it worse. Knowledge is power, and when you understand what triggers inflammation in your body, you can make better choices. The ultra-processed food problem. Ultra-processed foods are products that have been so heavily modified from their original form that they barely resemble real food anymore. These foods are often convenient and tasty, but they can be inflammatory for several reasons. Many ultra-processed foods contain unhealthy oils that promote inflammation. They often have added sugars, artificial colors, flavors, and preservatives that can trigger inflammatory responses in your body. They also tend to be low in the nutrients and fiber that help fight inflammation. I am not saying you can never enjoy these foods, but they should not be a regular part of your daily diet. If you find yourself eating ultra-processed foods multiple times a day, every day, it is worth considering some gradual changes. Start by replacing one ultra-processed food with a whole food alternative. Instead of a packaged snack, try some berries with a small handful of nuts. Instead of a sugary drink, try water with a slice of lemon or a cup of herbal tea. The hidden dangers of artificial sweeteners. Many people turn to artificial sweeteners, thinking they are making a healthier choice, but emerging research suggests that some of these sweeteners may actually harm the beneficial bacteria in your gut. When your gut bacteria are disrupted, inflammation can increase throughout your body. While the research is still developing, it appears that sweeteners like sorbitol and aspartame may negatively affect your gut microbiome. Instead of artificial sweeteners, try using small amounts of natural sweeteners like honey or maple syrup, or better yet, train your taste buds to appreciate the natural sweetness in fruits. lifestyle factors that support your anti-inflammatory journey. While food is incredibly powerful for reducing inflammation, it is not the only factor. Your lifestyle choices also play a crucial role in determining how much inflammation your body produces. The critical importance of quality sleep. Poor sleep is one of the most significant triggers of inflammation in your body. When you do not get enough quality sleep, or when your sleep is frequently interrupted, your body produces more inflammatory compounds. Good sleep hygiene can make a tremendous difference in your inflammation levels. Try to go to bed and wake up at the same time each day, even on weekends. Create a relaxing bedtime routine that helps signal to your body that it is time to wind down. Keep your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet. Avoid screens for at least an hour before bedtime, as the blue light they emit can interfere with your natural sleep rhythms. If you have trouble falling asleep, try reading a book, doing some gentle stretches, or practicing deep breathing exercises. Managing stress in our stressful world. Chronic stress is one of the most powerful triggers of inflammation in our bodies. While we cannot eliminate all stress from our lives, we can learn to manage it better. Simple stress reduction techniques can make a real difference. Deep breathing exercises, gentle yoga, meditation, or even just taking a peaceful walk in nature can help reduce the stress hormones that fuel inflammation. Staying connected with friends and family is also important for managing stress. Social isolation can increase inflammation, while strong social connections can help reduce it. Make time for the relationships that matter to you. Creating a cleaner home environment. While we cannot control all the environmental factors that contribute to inflammation, we can make our homes healthier places to live. Choose natural cleaning products when possible, or make your own using simple ingredients like vinegar and baking soda. When buying new furniture or carpets, look for products that are certified low in volatile organic compounds. Use a good air purifier if you live in an area with poor air quality. Add some houseplants to your living space, as they can help filter the air naturally. Your path forward. Small changes, big results. As we come to the end of our time together today, I want you to remember that you do not need to make all these changes at once. In fact, trying to change everything overnight often leads to feeling overwhelmed and giving up. Start with 1 or 2 small changes that feel manageable to you. Maybe you decide to add a handful of berries to your breakfast each morning. Maybe you commit to taking a short walk after dinner to help manage stress. Maybe you replace one ultra-processed snack with a piece of fruit and some nuts. The key is consistency. Small changes, made consistently over time, can lead to remarkable improvements in how you feel. Your body has an amazing capacity to heal itself when you give it the right tools. Remember that chronic inflammation developed over time, and it will take time to reverse. Be patient with yourself and celebrate small victories along the way. Notice when you have more energy, when your joints feel more comfortable, or when your digestion improves. Conclusion: your health is in your hands. My friends, I hope this conversation has given you both knowledge and hope. Chronic inflammation may be common in our modern world, but it is not inevitable. You have more power than you might have realized to influence your health through the choices you make every day. Your body is constantly working to heal and restore itself. When you choose anti-inflammatory foods, manage your stress, get quality sleep, and create a healthier environment around you, you are supporting your body's natural healing processes. Remember, you are not alone in this journey. Millions of people around the world are making similar changes to improve their health and reduce inflammation. Every positive choice you make is an investment in your future well-being. I encourage you to start today, even if it is just one small change. Your body will thank you for it, and over time, you may find that you have more energy, less pain, and a greater sense of overall well-being than you have had in years. Take care of yourselves, and remember that your health is worth the effort. You deserve to feel your best, and with the right knowledge and commitment, you can achieve that goal. Until next time, be well, my friends.